Hello everyone, welcome to my Rhandz Graphics After Effects tutorial. Today, I will show you how to use some of the basic functions and features of this huge and amazing software known as Adobe After Effects. But before jumping to our proper tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, like, and press the notification bell so you will be updated to our videos that will be uploaded on this channel from time to time, okay? Without further ado, let's start with our tutorial. When you open After Effects, you will see this kind of workspace. But if you don't want this kind of workspace because this is the default, you can choose on the upper right hand corner here a lot of options. The default one, which is this one, the Learn, Standard, Small Screen, Libraries, and if you toggle these two small icons in here, you can see a lot of options in here too as your workspace. It depends in which workspace do you want to choose in your project. But for now, for this tutorial, I will just use the standard form because this mode, I always use it in my projects inside After Effects. I am more confident to use this kind of mode. If you want to get rid of these panels in here, for example the audio, just go to Window and uncheck the audio, and the audio will be deleted. And later on, if you want to put it back, just go in here in Window and check it again, and it will appear here in your workspace. Here, this is the project file panels where all your raw materials, your elements, images, footage, sound effects will be imported in here. I will show you how to import. Just go to File, Import, and then File, and then file your source file outside of After Effects. For me, I put it here in Downloads, and then I will just click the assets because this is the folder that I put all the elements and all the materials I'm going to be using in my project. Instead of clicking this import, I will just click the import folder. For me, it's easier to click it this way because you can see all the elements that you will use in here inside After Effects. It will all be imported just for one click. And if you will create another folder, don't highlight this folder or else it will go inside. When you create another folder, it will go inside this folder as a subfolder in your projects. So there are two ways of making folders inside this project file panels. First, you can create by clicking this folder or right clicking and just click this new folder, and a new folder will be created for you. Once this is highlighted by say this blue color, meaning you can rename it. So for me, I will just rename it comps, meaning composition. So all my compositions that I will be creating, I will store it in here on this folder. One way of creating a composition is by clicking this one or right clicking your right mouse and create new composition. And I will name it tutorial. I will use custom because I am more preferable of using this one, because here you have lots of options. You can choose 4K, you can choose 1080, but the are different. So there are 24 frames per second. There are 25 frames per sec. There is also 29.97 per second, and you can create 4K or 8K. But for me, I will just use 1920 by 1080p at 30 frames per second, and the resolution will be full. But I strongly suggest, if you have so many effects in your project, while working you have to put it quarter, because when you render it while working it's faster, but when you render it final, before doing it, just put it back to full. In this case, you are guaranteed that your final render will be in the best quality. And this is the duration of your composition. For me, I will just use 10 seconds, which is this one. This is seconds, this is milliseconds, this is the minutes, and this is the hour if you want to use hours in your project. But I usually do only seconds mostly. And this is the color of your canvas. If you want to change it, just click this one and make changes on it. But I just want to use the black color. And then if you are finished configuring this all out, just click OK, and a canvas will be created for you in this workspace. Now this is your preview panel. This is the layers panel. This is the timeline panel. And this is the duration. This is your playhead. And this is where you can see your keyframes. If you will create a keyframes in your animations, you can see it in here. Here is your layers where you can manipulate everything while working with your designs. And everything in here that you work or you do or you make changes on it will reflect here in your preview panel. Like for example, I will create a composition, or I already have a composition, right? The tutorial. All I have to do is to show you these tools in the left right hand corner of your screen, but I will not discuss all of it because some of these tools are useful to advanced motion graphics. So I will just mention some of the basic functions of these tools right here. First, let's talk about hand tool. If I'll click this one, the function of this one is just to move your canvas. And this one here, if you want to zoom it, you can zoom it by doing like that. And then if you want to put it back again, just scroll your mouse and you can put it back. This one is the rotation and the unified camera tool, and I will not discuss this for now. I will just create another tutorial for these ones because these ones are too advanced, and I will skip and go to this pan behind. I also have to skip it. I will just go back for it later. First, I will just create a shape. So this is the shapes that you have the options to choose from. But for me, I just want to create an ellipse. Click and hold and then drag it, and you will create a circle. So I use 5 pixels in size of my stroke, and the color is white, and the stroke is enabled. You can also disable the stroke just by clicking this none, and there is no stroke in your shape. But for now, I'll just click the solid color. so you can see the circle. And then if you want to have a fill, just click this fill and then enable it by clicking this solid color. If you don't want to have a fill, just click to disable it as clicking this none and press OK. So now you can see there's a circle shape color white that you can see in our canvas. And here you can see this object here. This is called anchor point. This anchor point is the point of interest of your shape. So the behavior of the shape depends on where your anchor point is located. For example, I will transform it by rotating it, and you will see what will happen. It will rotate around the anchor point inside your shape. But if you want to move this one, your shape will follow. But if you wanted to move only the anchor point, this is now your very best friend. This is called pan behind tools. Just click it and then click the anchor point and move it, and you will see what will happen in terms of the behavior of the shape. If I will rotate it again, it will go around the anchor point. If you want this object to be at the center of your canvas, just use this tool, align horizontally and align vertically. But you can see here that the anchor point remains distant with the object that you created. Why? Because the align tool is nothing to do with the anchor point. Its function is to move the object that you have created, and there's nothing to do about your anchor point. If you want your anchor point at the center of the shape, just click the Alt and hold it, and click the Control and hold, and then press the home, and you will see that the anchor point at the center of your shape already. That's how it goes. Now, if you want to move it, the object will follow, or the shape will follow, or if you will click this one and move it, the anchor point will follow because they are linked with each other. If you want to draw a path, just use the pen tool, which is located in here, and just click it and then choose what kind of pen tool do you want to use, and then draw. But as you can see here that your path is under in this shape, but if you don't want it, just delete it and it will be deleted. If you want to create another shape by using another layer, just click outside of it. Don't highlight this shape layer and just draw again another one, and you will see that you created two shapes already. The one that is the path or the line, and this one is the ellipse shape. So you have created two. Now if you want to create again another object, which is the text, and you will name it, and I will name it maybe tutorial. You can see already the text in here. If you want to change the style of your text, this is your panel that you can choose what option do you want to customize your text. This is the style. You can choose whatever style it is. And then this is the size of your text. This is the space of your letters, if you want to change the space. If you want to change the scale of your text vertically, and this is also horizontally scale, if you want to change. This one here is the bold one if you want to click it bold, and this is the italic if you want it italic, and then all capitals, and all you can do is just to experiment it and choose whatever is the final appearance of what you want in your text. And after that, when you animate this, for example, we will create animation on it, you will go here in the layers panel. For example, I will just work with this text. This is the visibility. Maybe you can hide these two shapes or just visible it again, or click this solo icon here, just click it as a solo one and then put it maybe here, and then press position P in your keyboard. This one is the icon that you have to click if you want to create a keyframe. So I will click it, and here you create a keyframe, and then probably I will just move forward my playhead to 1 second, and I will move this one here, and then I will move another second. I will move it in here, and then another second. I will move this text in here again, and I will move another second, and I will move it again on this corner, and let's see what happens after. Because this is a simple animation. I will just press the space bar. Let's see what will happen. And that is your simple animation. This is to show you that you can create simple animation in After Effects. If you want to make it smoother, just highlight this first, this keyframe, right click, go to keyframe assistance or assistant, and then click the easy ease, and you will see the difference. It's smoother. And you can also adjust the movement by clicking the speed graph. This is the movement of your text. In order to make changes on the speed of your text, you can highlight it and then adjust the yellow thing here. For example, like that, and then close it, and let's see what happens. There you go. The speed is from fast to slow, fast to slow. So you now have seen the very simple animations that we made. So I think this tutorial is done, and I will see you for the next video that I'm gonna be creating. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and press the notification icon. In case that you need to comment, just comment below, okay? I would be glad to answer it with the best of my knowledge. So good luck.